Jade Rhodes. I'm a certified hypnotherapist and creator of Lilith Path Hypnotherapy and Lilith Path Regression Therapy. In this Black Moon Lilith True and Mean conversation, I will discuss the archetype and energies of these placements as we interact with them within Lilith Path Hypnotherapy and share my own personal understanding of these placements to deepen the discourse. And as tradition, I want to note that my dear dog is sleeping underneath my desk, so if you hear snoring, snorting, or any sort of adorable creature sounds, that is my dear dog. So we have two Black Moon Lilith placements. We have Black Moon Lilith True and Black Moon Lilith Mean. Lilith Path Hypnotherapy integrates both Black Moon Lilith placements. The reason being is because you may resonate more deeply with one than the other, depending on the season of life that you find yourself in. Or perhaps you may want to blend aspects from each. So, the Black Moon Lilith archetype is Black Moon Lilith. She is the final position in our Lilith Path Hypnotherapy story arc, from journeying with Asteroid Lilith to Dark Moon Lilith, and then arriving to Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith clears your channels. She clears away the static, the judgments, the narratives, the conditioning. You not only find yourself as like this pure, clear channel of your embodiment, but now that you've journeyed so deeply with Lilith within Lilith Path Hypnotherapy, you've acclimated to maintaining your bearings within the dissolution of old energy, of old narratives, and you can hold yourself steady as you move through your life as the true expression and embodiment of you. And if you want more depth on what that means, I offer you my video, Black Moon Lilith, an introduction. So through the archetype, or though the archetype remains like the classic Black Moon Lilith, it is the energies between the true and mean that differ. So to use my own experience as an example, I have my Black Moon Lilith Mean in Gemini in the 10th house, holding hands with Chiron in a very tight conjunction, only a single degree apart. And I have my Black Moon Lilith True in Cancer in the 11th house. And the way I feel these energies is that Black Moon Lilith True feels much more shadowy, and that she'll only reveal wisps of herself before she recedes back into the darkness, so that she'll peer through, but not long enough to truly consciously see. She's too slick or wet to actually grasp, and then slips back into the subconscious. So it's like she taps on your conscious mind to let you know she exists, but when you turn to look, she's already gone, only leaving behind this energetic resonance, like the heat from a body that was just there. And this is the reason I practice somatics. Lilith is very somatic. She is beyond definition, beyond narrative conditioning. She's deep within the felt sense of our animal self. That's Black Moon Lilith True. And in my experience with Black Moon Lilith Mean, she will reveal herself to you. She'll sit across the table from you and initiate a conversation. You can see her. And this is likely because she is the overall Black Moon Lilith pattern. You can see the pattern of the nuances. So what I mean is that Black Moon Lilith Mean is the mean average measurement of the Black Moon Lilith True's retrograde movements. The Black Moon Lilith Mean represents more as like the forest, given the ability to see the wider pattern, whereas the Black Moon Lilith True is like the trees within the forest. She makes up the forest. The Black Moon Lilith True represents more of day-to-day shifts and therefore appears livelier and more chaotic. To distill this, I feel from my own experience with Black Moon Lilith True and Black Moon Lilith Mean is that the difference is in the energetics, the energetic pace. So with Black Moon Lilith Mean, I feel that I can keep pace with the energy. I can consciously interact with her. With Black Moon Lilith True, I feel the delayering and the shifting moves too quickly for me to mentally keep up with and observe what just occurred, because once it is revealed, it disappears from conscious understanding. Hence the somatic practice, because that is how the true Black Moon Lilith energy can be explored and kept pace with. And to note, not everyone has these placements and separate houses and separate signs. So if you find that you have your Black Moon Lilith true and your Black Moon Lilith mean in the same house and sign, your interaction with them will be a blend. You'll likely be able to grasp aspects, but then not realize when they slipped back into the subconscious depths. And when they reappear, they might appear familiar, but there might not be an ability to consciously pinpoint why. And it could also be because the aspect is revealing itself through a different angle. However, my suggestion to you would be to lean more into somatic interaction with your Black Moon Lilith placements. So, if you feel called to deepen into your your Black Moon Lilith journey, but your Lilith Path journey in general, then I warmly invite you into Lilith Path Hypnotherapy initiation. You can learn more about Lilith Path Hypnotherapy at my site, jaderhodes.com. And to stay connected, you can find me on Instagram at Jade Rhodes and here on YouTube, Jade Rhodes Hypnotherapy. I warmly invite you to subscribe. If you have any questions or you'd like to book a consultation, you can email me at hello@jaderhodes.com. And with that, from my heart, thank you for being here, and I wish you a beautiful day.